In this casual anime video, we're gonna be discussing probably one of the more confusing anime that I have seen to date, and probably even so, one with the most mixed reviews that I have probably ever seen from my anime list, going from not recommended to mixed feelings, and just people saying that they've dropped it halfway through, and just, people going from loving it to hating it, thinking it's the best adaptation of a manga ever to just thinking it's absolute garbage. That being Island. Now, I watched it because it was recommended on my anime list as a part of their summer hit series, and I had already watched one of them, and I didn't really feel like rewatching it because once you see an anime, you kind of don't really like to rewatch it unless it's a really good one, at least to me, like Darling in the Franxx or Kill la Kill, or maybe even one of the classics like Dragon Ball or something like that. So I kind of decided to watch this one. It was, again, I certainly have to agree that it was certainly very confusing and very hard to follow. The first episode, the very first episode of the season, you're kind of already starting off feeling like you've missed like an entire season or two worth of build up and backstory, because it opens up and this main character opens up, or he kind of wakes up on a beach, and he doesn't know who he is. He doesn't know where he is. He just knows that he's supposed to do something. I don't know, find someone, save them, or something. And he goes to the local police department on this island, and they really can't help him out. And he really can't give them any information because he doesn't know anything. And the whole time, you really just sort of feel like you're lost the whole time watching it, and it's just the episode, the very first episode, just does not give any information, it feels like, whatsoever to what's going on. And then it feels like it doesn't really explain what's going on very well in the first episode. There were only 12 episodes, so I feel like that's sort of not really a whole lot of time to do the sort of story that Island was trying to tell, at least properly, as by what they've managed to do in in the anime. It goes from like him not knowing who he is to him realizing that the woman who finds him on the beach, this girl finds him on a beach, he knows exactly who she is, but he doesn't know anything else. And then it takes till like episode 10 or episode 9, around episode 8 or 9, they start time traveling, and you're like, all right, so there's been really nothing going on for these the 7 previous episodes, and then all of a sudden episode 8 comes along and you're time traveling, and you go to the past, which is actually the future, for like 2 episodes, and you go back to the past via the future sort of thing. And it's just it's really confusing. Even if you watch it, it just doesn't make any sense whatsoever. Where he not necessarily travels back in time, but he's going forward instead of traveling back, but everything is the same, sort of, but it's actually an alternate dimension that he's traveled into, and then it turns out that the world is just on a endless loop, I guess. I don't know. I still don't know exactly all about the show and what it's all about. Gonna go ahead and read some of the comments on my anime list. Got one from Canlen09, and I'll probably try to take some screenshots of these and sprinkle them in. They say this anime is a serious problem unto itself, promising us with the light-hearted romance turned dark-esque story with time travel mechanics, but covering about 30 to 50 hours of play into a 12-episode story, which is honestly a no-go for visual novel fans and anime-onlys who watch numerous VNs like myself. With it, this is an in-depth look into the controversial series called Island, and thus this review will be long as molasses. So, it was adapted from a visual novel, and I haven't read the visual novel, but I'm sure the visual novel is a lot better than what the anime turned out to be, because, again, like this commenter says, they're trying to cram 30 to 50 hours of story into 12 23-minute episodes, which does not work at all. You need at least 24 episodes to make it somewhat work out and to sort of tell everything that you want to tell in a way that makes it somewhat understandable. And they just did not do that with this. I don't know if it was the people who were in charge of that, or if it were the people who made the anime, they only wanted to do 12 episodes, or if it was the studio feel who just sort of made them try to cram everything into 12 episodes. But I don't know, it just was not really the best show that I or a lot of other people, have seen. So, and again, there's a whole bunch of mixed reviews. I'll see if I can add the page of reviews for Island in the description for the My Anime List page. It's very mixed. It's a very mixed bag of ratings and feelings and stuff. The art was fantastic. I thought the art and the animation were absolutely fantastic, but it was just the storyline. It just kind of got jumbled up from the beginning, and it just right out the gate it tripped over itself, and it couldn't pick itself back up in time to be redeemable. So it's just the way it goes. Like, not every anime is going to be a banger, unfortunately, and it's just I guess that's the way it goes. It was very not good at all. So, I mean, whatever. It was for what it is. If you just watch it for just watching anime, which I somewhat do now, I just watch anime to watch anime, and then it's okay. But if you sort of watch it sort of just to review it, I guess, kind of like what I'm doing right now, it's just not at all great. So, I don't know, watch it at your own discretion, I guess. If you like feeling lost and confused, then yeah, go ahead, watch it. So, that's gonna be it. See ya.